Hey guys, Tears here. A few people have asked me tips on how to play Skulk, so I figured I would do a first-person point of view video for some people in case you wanted to know a little bit of how I play a Skulk and a little bit of advanced tactics. I'm not the best Skulk. I would say at least above average. I know I have about 500 plus hours of gameplay, so I know how to move around as a Skulk. And so I figured I'd share a bit so you guys can kind of see how to properly play one. In this situation I'm playing a defensive Skulk, but in good amount of situations, just the mentality of how you should play a Skulk, because it's a lot different than I think most people actually play it. So anyways, this is Mineshaft. I know a great place in the beginning in Mineshaft. Always try to get pilot drill because it's in between either where they would be repair or operations. At this point they're in operations, so I'm just kind of hanging out waiting until they start building. Now the main thing for a Skulk, you should already know, stay off the ground. You've got to stay off the ground. Bounce around, off the walls, off the ceiling. Just always be bouncing. It's one thing you'll notice about this video is that I'm always jumping. And that's really the best way to move around as a Skulk. Another majorly important thing to know as a Skulk, besides wall jumping and jumping around in general, is to know when to use the shift key, which is a silent movement for a Skulk. So basically, when you are moving with your shift key held down, they can't hear you. Now you move a lot slower. The trick is, when you're using the shift key, is to shift jump. So you shift and jump at the same time and you retain the speed you're going at. A lot of the time when I know I'm in an area near Marines, I will hold down. In this case I use the T key, but it's the same thing as the shift. I will shift down, I will jump around, and I will get close to them using momentum already built up before I hit the shift key. So if you jump and shift at the same time, you still retain the speed that you had when you went into your shift. So they won't be able to hear you and you still have your speed. Anyways, a lot of the time you'll notice me flanking. In this situation I heard them building up here. I don't know why they're trying to build up conveyors without anything down. I think they were trying to get an armory. And so I notice teammates going into deposit, and it's, do what I can. At that point, I think I only hit 2 when it was glancing, so I know I was hurt. Run off, find a gorge, heal up. Oh, I evolved my celerity first off. So I noticed that one guy took down the remainder, and I went in there to help him out, finish off the buildings there. You'll notice a lot of the time I will be checking the map, and it's important to know where things are, what's going on in the map, so I always check it. Another thing here, you'll notice I move back and forth when I'm biting on buildings. It's really important to move around when you're biting on stationary objects because there's a lag time in the game, and that lag time will allow a Marine to come around a corner, spot you standing there chomping, fire off about 10 bullets before you even register anything, and by the time you even know he's there, you're dead. So always, always, always move around when you're biting on things. So anyways, I go into the gap, I notice about 4 guys there, so quickly run away. I know there's a lip here that they can't see me under, so when you see the teeth glowing like that, you know I'm in obs range, so I move away, and I just kind of wait until they get away. I think, yeah, someone had their music on or something. Oh, and I noticed a guy fly by me. He was trying to look for me and knew I went down there. That's the funny thing about this area in the gap. Sometimes I've had times where I went under this lip and 3 guys flew by me. Anyways, I'm flanking these 2. I know I can at least get one. Took a 5 bite. His pal didn't help him out there, but he came back for him. And I decided to run around. Hopefully pull him, but he didn't do it, I don't think. So here I'm actually shift jumping. and all you really hear is the jumping part. You don't hear any of the movement or the clopping around that I like to say. It pretty much sounds like a horse on cement when a skulk is normally running. So, but when you're shift walking, they can't hear anything, which is pretty important. It's pretty much like a built-in silence, in case you didn't know. So it's really important to be able to master that, because if they don't know where you are, you can do this a lot. See there, I'm shift jumping right in behind them. He didn't know I was coming. Again, remember shift jump, got him, ran away. So at this point I know we're trying to take sorting. I see my guys took a deposit, so I'm going to go help them out. Again, I go in. This time I didn't shift jump because I knew that you could hold a bunch of skulks there. So, you know, just be very map aware. So I'm always checking the map, always trying to figure out what's going on. At this point I noticed my cords going into central, and no one's in there right now, but I just wanted to make sure he was okay. So I looped back into gap, maybe trying to flank a few people going into deposit.
Marine coming down to deposit. 2 Marines.
And I noticed 3 guys there, and they noticed me, so do not try to fight them downhaul. You're just going to get killed. So get a quick heal from the gorge, try to get back to deposit, and the more we hold them up in deposit, the better it is for him. So even though it looks like I'm playing way too defensive here, we're holding them back, we're just delaying the inevitable. So there I got one, I got stuck on the wall. I see them downhaul, get out of there. There's no point in fighting them down the hall. And go back for a heal. Always try to go in full armory and health. So I tried to get my gorge to heal me, he didn't see me here. Finally saw me. I hear them building a deposit. Try to sneak in, maybe 1 kill. Again. Shift. Bad idea. There's 5 of them, I think. So in and out. Bouncing around. Quick heal from a gorge, and back with the rest of the team. Now at this point we've delayed them enough that it's probably inevitable they're going to lose, because if they don't have a second tech point at this point, they're in trouble. So at this point I'm just continuing it. I see they're pushing really hard. I finally got a phase gate up. I probably should have died here. This was jumping into 5 guys, but luckily I snuck in and got back for a heal. So they finally have phase gate up in deposit. They have a second tech point. Things are happening for them. We have a second hive, either, I think it's up or almost up, I'm not sure. And the main point at this point is to stop them getting sorting. So they have the phase gate up, they're pushing really hard. So this is where...
75% down with the hive.
Yeah, so we're only 75% there. And this is where it's really important that we survive. So I rushed into about 6 of them there. Almost died. Pull out, heal. Get to my gorge. Luckily there's a gorge here. If there wasn't, this would have been a lot different. He heals me up. And all I'm doing at this point is keeping them out. So I'm going in, getting a bite, getting a kill, and getting out. And that's pretty much how you should be playing Skulk. You shouldn't be trying to fight them like you have 300 health, because you really only have 10 bullets worth here of health. And if they get you, you'll go down pretty quick. So here I'm just going around, flanking, hitting, jumping away. Almost die here, yep.
You guys want crags or shade?
Now I heard them building power. I don't know why they're trying to build power in here, but quickly take them out. Don't let them do that. I went into that, and of course, that time was a bit too bold, right in front of a guy while he was shooting something. I think I kind of ran into his line of fire. So I know I'm pretty much going to spawn at the shift, because that's where all the action is going on. That's how shifts work. and
Like this is really heading for our team, really.
quickly pick up my celerity and back into the fight here. Gotta make sure they don't attack sorting. I heard one going to Sport Center, so I figured I'd flag them quickly, which I did. And saw another flank.
Pushing sorting hard. That's
And a
pretty
big
much
thing
it.
too is that
There you
it comes
go.
with time. I think I might have mentioned this earlier. 3 biting is pretty much something you gotta learn pretty quickly. Well, it takes a while, and sometimes I'll do 3, 5 bite, whatever. But here, another 3 bite. That's because I snuck up on them pretty easy. But 3 biting will really make it so that you're a force to be reckoned with. If you're running around chasing them, you know, it takes you 12 bites to finish off an area, then you're gonna have a lot of problems staying alive. You need to kill quickly, kill fast,
Large number.
and the best way to do that is to attack close and spin around them, circle strafing. So I'll jump into a guy, circle around him slowly. Here, see, I always am circling around the guy. Bite, bite, bite. Get
You
out.
guys put in sorting?
So a lot of my kills in this one
I got
are flanking.
another
It's just
hive built for
such a
repair.
bad area for the
guys
Marines to be
send it
fighting
going.
from. So, and it all comes down to audio, listening to where they are shooting from, where they are, checking the map
Gonna
constantly,
hatch a couple more eggs.
and
or-
always be moving. So looking down at my resources at this point, I probably would have went Lurk or Fade at this point, but I'm going to play Skulk the entire map just to see how it kind of scales as they get chip packs or, you know, get better weapons. It kind of hurts my team that I don't go
Regeneration
Onos
is
or
up for-
whatnot, but I see at this point we have 3 hives. It's game over. The fact that they couldn't hurt sorting enough and that they didn't take repair, I don't know why. They all had to hang it in deposit. Mostly because I think we were pushing it so hard. Finally have Carapace, and I think the leap is coming. I should be coming soon anyways.
Structure is under attack.
Up top.
So I heard that they were coming into Central, so I figured I'd come in and wait. I hear them around the corner at this point, so I sneak. This is shift moving, so they don't know that I'm there. I wait a bit and just jump. 3 bite, done.
They got
Pull
people
back,
going on
wait.
from the top on central drilling.
Jump in. He's stuck, so back. Get my heals. I was gonna pull back. I think I checked my map here. I noticed someone else coming, so I go back and help them. I go in, another 3 bite, and heal up. So at this point, I'm 19-1, which isn't too bad. Normally, I wouldn't be this defensive, and that's the main reason why I'm really bad rounds. But you know, basically we're in such a good position that I can play defensively. I can play from the hive or play from a gorge and go in, attack, pull out. And they're not pushing en masse either, which is another bad move by these Marines.
Camouflage is being built now.
Anyways, another flank, another one, and out of there. And so this is pretty much my game. You know, I try my best to flank, and it comes down to knowing the map. You know, Mineshaft, kind of an alien map. A lot of vents, a lot of areas to get behind people. Here I saw another guy up there. You know what he's doing, etc. Gave way too much separation there. I should have died, but luckily that guy couldn't aim too well. So at this
They're
point, we're
pushing
pretty
repair.
much cleaning up. I know there's a few pushing into repair. Figure I'd take it this extractor, which has been here way too long. Again, moving around the extractor, so I'm not stationary. I like jumping through
Oh,
bases when I can, just to see what's going on here. I see 3 guys. I try to jump through them. I get 1 bite, and I know I'll probably get killed if I try to fight him, so I just bite and get out of there. Quickly heal up, and look for my next target. I think at this point I go silence and I notice water pumps and repair getting hit pretty hard, so quickly try to get there. I know how to flank
need repair.
through there to the vents.
You're going on right. You could have missed it.
Sorry that.
Get there and oh, looks like phase gate, so chomp. There's a beacon, I think, and I know what that means. They're coming through. That's why they all disappeared. They beaconed to try to push everyone through this phase gate. So now it's just pretty much an orgy of kill. Ono's just doing what they can. I'm in and out, hitting when I can, killing when I can. And they're gone. We lost our Onos, but we got rid of that. Pretty much their last push, I would say, at this point. So I quickly heal. Decide to go to pilot drill, I think. Help these guys out, take it down with the RT. They're once again pushing sorting, which is kind of a lost cause at this point. So I think I figure I'll fly through their base, get a few chomps off here and there, scare them a bit. And it's just, you know, trying to scare them a bit.
I can make an Ono's egg in sorting if you guys want it.
Here I flank this guy. That was a 5 bite and I think I glanced 3 of them. So it's going to be a lot harder. I think they have armor 2, I believe, at this point. Not sure. But, you know, I'm going to be Skulk the entire game. So here, I see a single guy. He's a shoddy. I probably could have taken him down. I knew that I could take him from up here. But going through turrets, and if he's a good shot, he probably could have taken me down, so I just said, nah, forget it.
What?
At this point, only 23-1. Not awesome, but, you know, definitely better than average, I would say.
Push it back to the water pump.
Very defensive, I think 14 minutes
Looks
in.
like they got the entire up and sword.
They're distracted.
But these guys are hurting a lot because they've been down to 3 to 4 RTs. They should be up to 6 or 7 and pushing aliens harsh, but they're not. So we have 3 hives. At this point, it's just cleanup.
Getting Umbra fleet lurch.
So I noticed some red, losing some sis, so I figured I'd go over there, make sure nothing's going on. Nothing is. Look around. Always jumping, and it's, you know, that's what you have to do. You always have to jump. Keep the speed up. Here's some guys coming over, but I don't think they do.
Can we get stone? Kristen. Oops.
So at this point, it's pretty much cleanup. So I'd like to kind of go over the just the major things in terms of advanced skulking. First off, always be jumping, and there's a lot of other tutorials out there that kind of teach you how to wall jump and keep your speed up, and it's really important to always be jumping off walls, because from a marine
Another Ono's
perspective,
egg and
it's really hard to aim when the animation of the skulk is bouncing around like it does when it bounces off the walls. So always be jumping off walls, always be jumping off the ground. When you think you're approaching a marine, do a shift walk and shift jumping. So hold down your shift and jump around with your shift. You'll keep your speed, but you'll be silent. All they'll really hear is a muffled jumping, and it's pretty important because it allows you to get inside their shot. And as the skill level rises and you start meeting really good marines, they're able to really shoot well from the inside. But a lot of the time, an average marine, if they don't see you down range or down a hall, they're going to have a lot of trouble killing you when you're inside. So basically what it is inside is around their feet, just circling them, and it really makes it hard for them to kill you. And the other thing too is when you're killing buildings, always be moving. Don't be standing still because of the lag time. There's also one other major thing that I always like to use too is height and gravity. This map is good for it in central. Unfortunately, these marines didn't do very well. But when you go into a room and you know there's marines there and you want to try to flank them, shift walk up a wall and then use the gravity to come back down on top of them, because you'll have a lot of speed and it's a lot harder for them to aim at you when you're moving around that quickly. And that's why celerity is such a good upgrade, because even that little tiny bit of speed, extra speed you have, really affects most marines' aims anyways. So in this situation, I'm in the gap again, fighting around, running into 4 guys. I really shouldn't be fighting 4 guys at once, but I'm just kind of scaring them and keeping them there. Yeah, so those pretty much is the main points of skulking and my sort of, I guess, tips on how to be a skulk. As you go on, it pretty much comes down to map knowledge too. You know, as you learn the map more, as you know where to be, what's going on, it makes it a lot easier to get kills.
Guys are pilot training for us to bang. Oh, they got the power back up.
Did the phase gate go down?
So anyways, at this point, I'm at 100 resources. I should have probably been in Onos. If I died once, then I would have been below 2 or whatnot. I kind of prolonged it because I didn't go Onos. I managed to get a max out. At this point, I was kind of considering going Onos, even though I know we are going to be 4-5. Because, yeah, we push here into the push off. 3 back kill. So yeah, we finish off their section. At this point, is done there. They managed to get 1 exo out. They probably have a couple
They are pushing
jetpacks
pilot
out.
drill.
But we have 2
Probably going to
Onoses
repair.
still alive and some fades, and well, I'm just a menace, so
3 incoming to deposit.
I know they're going to deposit. I also know the EXO was going towards repair, so I figured I'm gonna start trying to clip the welders. So I go up to try to hit a welder, and I know there's a jetpacker, which is important to take down when they have no way to get more jetpacks. So I finish him off,
Oh, there's the next. What a bunch.
try to get behind this little train here, and it's only 1 EXO, so it's not a big deal.
Structure is under attack.
Pick him off slowly, flank, hit. One down, thanks silence. A few more. He's shooting me, so run off. And just pick at him.
Because the bad guys are with the... Doesn't have any weapon up there.
Exo down.
Alright, down.
So almost came to go that XO.
Crash, shit, are being built in,
5 bite, pretty ugly there, but you know, it happens. So I go back for a heal, and I think this is almost the final push. I know there's 2 Onos here. Trying to push on their main. I go back for a heal, and
Onos and Gecko.
kind of make sure things happen. I noticed they're in deposit, but at this point we're far enough, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this first-person point of view of me skulking around. Not really a great game, but you know, it gives you an idea that skulking isn't really that difficult as long as you apply a few of the points that I've kind of learned over many hours of play. It does take a long time to become a good melee fighter in this game, and I hope this helps. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I think I might try to put up a few more tutorials. I don't know, maybe if you like it.